Hello and welcome to the Musical Instrument Investigator. Today we're on the website of Heritage Auctions based in the USA, a big kind of auction platform, and they have an auction coming up which is the Cahuenga collection of guitars and musical instruments. This auction is happening on the 24th of September. Seems to be 71 items available. It looks like a fairly interesting auction. I believe that the buyer's premium is 25%, so that's the amount that you pay on top after the hammer price. As I said, this is a USA based auction, so if you're outside of the US, then bear in mind import, export, shipping fees, etc., and also CITES. Certain CITES things you will not be able to ship outside of the US, like ivory and tortoiseshell. So without further ado, let's crack on and see what we've got really. So the first lot we have here is an 1890s Martin O21 acoustic there, the kind of that parlor model. Says here Brazilian rosewood, so it's got CITES restriction and it's undergone extensive repairs and refinishing, so bear that in mind. There's some cleats and things, so they're pretty good at Heritage at explaining the condition, and you've got a couple of good photos there as well. Moving on, and we have a circa 1900s more Larson Brothers acoustic here, looking for opening bids of 5,000. Interesting inlay there on the fingerboard. Very early model apparently, high-end model. Bridge has been replaced and is failing, neck collapsing. Refinished Brazilian rosewood back and sides, so needs a good restoration, that one, but nevertheless quite interesting. 1930s Gibson L1 acoustic there, current bid 1,000. 100% original finish there, apparently back is loose, so another needs a bit of kind of adjustment there. 1917 Gibson L1 there, opening bids of 1,500. Clean original apparently. Some other notes there. 1920s Gibson Junior O Brown Stain acoustic there, current bid of 310. That looks like it's a bit worse for wear. Sanded off at the body there. Unworn original frets, non-original bridge. Interesting. Then we've got a 1929 Gibson L4 shaded archtop, opening bids of 2,000. Original finish there. 1940s Del Vecchio Super Vox Natural Resonator, interesting, $78 the current bid. That's an interesting looking thing. Missing the resonator, that is quite a problem for a resonator. 1940s Vega Supertron hollow body in blonde, opening bids of 1,000. Rare electric hollow body apparently. 1950s Martin O18 natural acoustic, opening bids of 3,000. Original finish on the back sides and neck top has been professionally refinished, so it's always worth having a look at the notes on these. 1950s Martin 518 natural acoustic, opening bids of 1,750. The baby Martin there, a nice example apparently, needs some attention. 1950s Ward Sunburst archtop, $52 current bid. Harmony style tenor guitar, missing a few bits and bobs. 1955 Martin Treble 18 acoustic, current bid of 1,500. Original finish with heavy strum and playwear. Looks like that they all need a bit of work. 1970s Harmony Buck Owens red, white and blue acoustic there, 525 is the current bid. Crack free and original finish. 1970s Wilson & Sons A570 classical guitar, $26 on that so far. Student model there. 1929 National Tricone Style 1 Resonator, current bids of 2,000 there. That's a kind of classic example there. 1929 National Star 4 resonator. Opening bids of 5,000. I think it's a very clean kind of version. Looks good. 1940s Gretsch Synchromatic Sunburst archtop. 750 the opening bid. Some binding issues there, otherwise seems pretty good. And a 1948 Gibson L12C Sunburst archtop there, current bid 2,800. Single pickup McCarty guard, missing the bridge, some other bits here and there. 1957 Gibson ES140 3/4 Sunburst semi-hollow body electric, 1,500 the current bid. No modifications and repairs. 1960s K-Speed Demon red semi-hollow body, opening bids of 500. That's an interesting one. It's a clean version. 1961 ES140 3/4 Sunburst semi-hollow body there, 1,500 the current bid. Another clean one there. 1961 Gretsch 6120 orange semi-hollow body, 4,000 is the opening bid. So looks like it's missing a few little bits, but nothing too crazy. 1965 Gibson ES335 TDC sparkling Burgundy semi-hollow body, 3,000 there. It's got a wide neck profile. 1966 Gibson ES355 cherry semi-hollow body there, 4.6 is the current bid. A rare mono Gibson version apparently, all original. Video there that you can watch as well, interesting looking. Then we have a 1970s Japanese 335 semi-hollow body in red, 105 the current bids. 1952 Gibson Les Paul gold top, current bid 18,000, so that's a fairly substantial instrument there. Very early all gold Les Paul from 1952. The original electronics are in working order but should be cleaned for optimal performance. Some greening to the gold finish. Interesting. That would be one for the collectors. 1958 Gibson Les Paul standard in Sunburst. Wow, 250,000. This is really quite something. This is the holy grail, really, isn't it? So no bids on this so far, so I feel that I'm gonna have to read about this one. This is George Harrison's 1958 Ransom Les Paul. 1958 Gibson Les Paul standards Sunburst solid body electric guitar, serial 85424. 1958 Gibson Les Paul standard known as George Harrison's Ransom Les Paul. This is a 1958 Sunburst Gibson Les Paul standard that was offered by the Quiet One in a rather twisted tale of theft. It started with a cherry red 1957 Gibson Les Paul standard, originally nicknamed Lucy. It was gifted to Harrison by his friend Eric Clapton. Unfortunately, it was stolen in Beverly Hills and sold to the legendary Wayland Sound City Music Store on Sunset Boulevard in 1973. The cherry red guitar was sold to a musician from Mexico named Miguel Ochoa, who was staying in town visiting a friend. With a small paper trail via information written on the sales receipt, Harrison called the house of the friend Ochoa stayed with and was furious. When Ochoa heard about the call from Harrison, he thought this was some joke. After some negotiating with Ochoa, including an initial plea of paying Ochoa the amount paid for it from the store, Ochoa considered his options but ultimately decided to go back to Mexico with Lucy. Harrison then offered a trade. Ochoa demanded a 1958 Les Paul standard, which was purchased from Norman Harris, Norman's rare guitars, along with the Fender Precision bass for Lucy. Ochoa accepted the guitars in the trade, and he kept the Ransom Les Paul until 1983. Needing some money to pay for a house, he sold it to his boss, Nadine's music owner Robert Truman. Hollywood-based Nadine's was a store for musicians, run by musicians. All kind of musicians walked through its doors. Rare 58 burst with a history. The pickup covers appear to have been removed and reinstalled. The electronics are original, but the pots are Black Beauty Sprague and original pots with 134808 pot codes, 8th week of 1958. The tuners are non-original but are earlier no-line Clutons. Shaft holes have been sized for Grovers, so no extra holes are present. Original frets show moderate wear, 9.3 pounds, original hard case included, condition very good. Okay, well there you go, this is a fairly substantial guitar here. That be interesting to see if this kind of sells or not, but that's an interesting price tag for sure. So moving on, 1960s Mosrite double neck candy apple solid body, current bid 3002. That must be fairly rare as well. Ventures model there. 1962 Gibson Les Paul SG Cherry, 13,500 so far. Clean apparently. 1964 Gibson Firebird 3, the reverse one, 11,000 the current bid from 1964. 1964 Epiphone Wiltshire in black, opening bids of 1,250. Somewhat compromised but rare custom colour black. Okay, that sounds a little bit interesting. 1965 Epiphone Olympic double Sunburst solid body, 600 the opening bid there. Circa 1968 Vox Phantom, 1,050 the current bid, clean and original. 1979 Alembic Style solid body, so not an actual one, 600 the current bid, well made, pots from 1978. Gibson Explorer, that's been stripped there. Appears to be a Gibson but could be a Suzuki. Interesting, current bids of 390. Circa 1981 Matton Telly Style in Sunburst, 1,500. Independent guitar maker out of Mendocino, California, David Matton. Interesting, it's got the B bender on it, as you can see on the plate there. 1960s Dan Electro Longhorn, it's been taken apart, opening bids of 750, most parts included, so worth looking at that in a bit more detail. 1969 Ampeg AMB Scroll in Cherry, the electric bass, 2.6 is the current bid, clean example. 1995 Fender Jazz 50th anniversary, a jazz bass, opening bids of 750. 1995 Fender Jazz bass 50th anniversary, again opening bids of 750. 2000s SSD Euro bass in Cherry, opening bids of 900, made in the Czech Republic. Another 2000s SSD NS95 bass in black. Then let's move on to the next one here. It's a Matton Bindara Baby Bass Acoustic Electric Bass, opening bids of 1250, interesting looking. Original pickup included. 1920s Keychord Natural Tenor Banjo, $100 the current bid. Circa 1963 Fender Mandocaster, current bid 1,500, very clean version. Circa 1969 Vox Mando guitar, 725 the current bid. 1950s Martin 515T acoustic tenor guitar, current bid 900. Crack free original there. Original tuners, but they need new buttons. I think that's away from the guitars now. 1950s Oscar Schmidt Auto Harp, current bid 115. Interesting, in Europe you can buy those for like about £10, or people give them to you for free. Someone should organise a shipment over. 1970s Japanese Koto there, opening bids of 1,000. And a Scandali Pearl White accordion there, opening bids of $1. Excellent, not popular so far. A few interesting amps here. circa 1949 Magnatone Student Grey amp. Current bid's 52. That's an interesting one. Yeah, that's a cool looking amp, I agree. 1950s Supro Tweed guitar amp, opening bids of 500. 1953 Fender Bandmaster Tweed, very nice, 2000. What's the condition? Very early Bandmaster, missing its upper back panel, considerable wiring changes, but the components are original. Okay, interesting. 1958 Fender Princeton guitar amp, that looks like it's seen better days, $750 there. Stripped of its original covering, need a restoration for sure. 1960s Fender Deluxe Tweed amp, current bid 26. Yeah, looks pretty good. 1960s Fender Vibrolux Tweed, current bid 3,600. 1960s Fender Tremolux kind of amp, or parts of it anyway, 725, missing the speaker and panels. 1962 Fender Champ Tweed, 2,200 current bid, clean and rare version apparently. 1968 Marshall 1973 guitar amp there, current bid 5,000, rare 18 watt 2x12, some bits replaced but mostly original. 1970 Systex 4000A flanger effects, current bid $1. Then moving on, looks like we have a 1970s Fender Bandmaster head case there. 1970s Hammond Condor GSM, $500. Sound modulator, interesting. 1970s PV black speaker monitor, opening bids of $1. Lynyrd Skynyrd era. 1970s Ampeg V4 Tweed amplifier head, current bid $300, recovered. Circa 1976 Music Man HD 150 black amplifier head, current bid $210. Circa 1976 Music Man HD 130 amplifier head, current bid $62. 1985 Marshall JCM 800 amplifier, $850 the current bid. And moving on to the next thing here, looks like a Moog equalizer. Yep, the internet is very slow. Moog MKP equalizer there, opening bids of 600. A 1960s Colert bassoon, that's interesting, opening bids of 1,000. FE Olds and Son Ultratone nickel horn, opening bids of 500. And a 1970s ARP 2601 and 3620 synth, that's quite an interesting one, opening bids of 7,500. I bet that's probably quite popular with a few people. Cool early synth, that's quite good. Needs serviced, to be serviced and tested. Okay, so this is basically the auction. This is the Koenga collection of guitars and musical instruments. We've just had a look at all. The internet has unfortunately been a bit unfriendly, so apologies for the slightly odd video, but some interesting stuff here for sure. If you like guitars, if you like Martin, if you like Gibson, some really interesting guitars here. Especially this 1952 gold top and the 1958 Sunburst. Those are definitely ones to look out for. So yeah, thanks a lot for watching. I'll put a link in the description as always, and I'll catch you next time. Ciao. Many thanks for tuning in to the Musical Instrument Investigator. I hope that you enjoyed the video. If you did, then please like, subscribe and turn on notifications, and watch out for the next video coming soon.